Now, importantly, you want to get your own media loaded into these players. So let's take a look at how we can do that. And there's really two levels of bringing in media into a media player. The first is we can directly load it into the player. While this works, it is not my recommended way to do it, but I want to show you that it can be done because sometimes you don't have time to do the full import. So to do that, you just click the plus sign on a media player, and then in this window that opens, this is going to show you media that's already been imported into the TriCaster. So if you already have a clip that you've imported previously, you can go find it in here and load it. But I want to load a clip that I've never imported or used in the TriCaster before. So I'm going to hit Browse. And this will open up a standard Windows Explorer window. And at this point, we can navigate anywhere on the system and find a clip. So on my D drive, I happen to have some clips in here that I want to use. Now, if I go load this clip and hit open, you'll see the clip loads in immediately. Now, that works, and the clip is in here. And in fact, this clip will play without a problem. I'm playing it right now, and you can see that occurring. But the thing I want you to be aware of is that when you do it this way, there's two things that are going to happen. One is that the media is going to play in its native format. And while TriCaster will play a lot of different media files, there are going to be some you encounter that it might not play. And in those cases, a clip will load and it might not be visible at all, or it might be stuttery, or there could be problems with the playback. And I'm going to show you how to fix that using the import tool next. But the other thing is that this clip is going to play from whatever the original location is. So if somebody brought you, for example, a memory stick and plugged it into the system, and then you import the clip, it's going to import right off that memory stick, but it's still living on the memory stick. And that means that the performance of the memory stick is going to determine if the clip is playable as well. There might be some USB memory sticks that aren't fast enough to play back media, and that could cause problems, even if it would otherwise play on faster storage. So in both of these cases, importing is a better option. So let's do that instead to bring in these clips. So I'm going to delete this one by just selecting it and hitting delete. And if you have the time, you should use import, which can be done by going to the top of the screen, going to the file menu, and do import media. Now in this window, we're going to queue up all of the clips and media that we want to import into the system. So we're going to do that by hitting add and then hitting browse. And now I can again go and search where I want. And I want to bring in all three of these clips that I want to work with. I have 2 video clips and a still image. I'm going to hit open. And you can see all of these are queued up in the system. And then I can hit import, and this would start bringing them into the system. But I want to do one more thing first. When these are brought in, they're going to be imported, but I would have to then use the plus sign on a media player to then load that media into the particular player I want. But we can have the import tool do that for us by using these add clips to option and this add stills to option. So let's say all the video clips, and that's going to be anything that's got a duration to it, I want those added to DDR1. So I'll select that. You'll see the gear turns blue, letting you know that this option is active. And if I click on it, I can see which is my destination. And let's set the still images. I want those to go to graphics 2. So I'm going to go in here and hit graphics 2 and the same thing. And now I'm going to hit import. And when you do this, you'll see it go through clip by clip, importing the clips. But I can close this. And even though the window is not open, it is still importing in the background. And there it is finished importing the clips. And this has done 2 things for me that it did not happen when I directly loaded the clip into a DDR. One is that it converts the clip into an easy to play format for the TriCaster. So if you have a clip that is not playable because it's a codec or a video format that the TriCaster might not understand, this should make it playable. And also, this will import off that original storage location onto the TriCaster's hard drives. So this point, if this was a USB memory stick, for example, the person could pull their memory stick out, walk away with it. You'll still have your media because you've imported it onto the drives. And also, since the drives are going to be much faster than a memory stick would be, this should avoid any performance issues for media playback. But after this, these clips will work just like any other clips we looked at. You can do autoplay, you can trim them, you can manually play them back, you can reorganize them, just like you can do with any of the media players.